Hello folks, welcome back to the Pyro Podcast. This is the show where we talk about different things, be it mental health, relationships, sex, dating, whatever it is that you want to think about it, especially in our campus setup. And today we are shooting from the Showtime Cinema on the Palm Kiosk. Come to this place and then experience more. So today I'm joined by one of my closest circle, the people I can count on, and today we are going to have a great show. We're going to talk about today the importance of communication in a relationship, and especially not just a romantic relationship, but any other relationship that you want to think about. Welcome. So today we are joined by 6 of my friends, and we're going to have a great show, and we'll introduce them. We start from that side, from Janice, and we'll come to this side. So here's what you're going to do. A very simple thing. First, unatuambia jina yako, who you are as a person, and then tell us that one unique feature that you'd like us to know. One very unique feature about yourself.
Okay. My name is Janice Njoroge. I am I don't know how to say my second word. Anyway, I am passionate about public speaking. I love conversations. I love discussions regarding various topics, and I guess that is how I found myself here in the first place. So, yeah.
It is so great. Yes.
Hello guys, I'm Titus Kahinga Karanja. I am also a student. I'm passionate about engineering, basically about technology, and also some bits to do with leadership. Yeah.
Leadership. Yes.
Hope you're all good. I'm Kenya. I would say much. I just say I'm one person who is passionate about reaching and giving back to the community. Yeah.
Very interesting. Yes.
Oh, hello guys. I'm Mr. Scientist, the solution. So one thing I'm passionate about, I love delivering. Like nikianza kitu, natakanga ni deliver. Like I feel I have dispensed my best.
Oh, yeah. Very great.
Hello guys, my name is Emma, and one thing I'm passionate about is giving back to the community. I always do it that. It's always give me joy when I give back to the community. Thank you.
Hello guys, I'm Elizabeth Ngoiri, and one thing I'm passionate about is reconnecting with friends and also having to interact with different people. That way you get to like know how people think, know how people react to certain things, and through interactions you get to learn a lot. And I'm so happy to be here.
We're so happy to be here.
Yeah.
And I'm glad to have all of you in this set or in this podcast. And today, manze, mko relax na mko ready to communicate, sindio? Because hatuwezi ongelea maneno ya communication na mji communicate, right? Yes, which is very interesting. So, one thing unafaa notice as the viewer is that hasa ni brain sana na wasi sifa lakini ni ukweli, and we're going to play a very simple game so that ndo tuanze sasa the real thing, right?
Yeah.
So it's a very simple stuff. Just tell us 2 truths, 1 lie, and then we are going to guess the lie, right? Yes. 2 truths, 1 lie, like very simple. Now usikwambie kitu tunajua ati I'm light skin, for example. We're talking to you at least yes. So how about the best thing, and like ladies always first, Leo Titus a lead as the gentleman. Yes.
Yeah, sure.
Like
So, 3 things about me.
Yes.
Guess the lie. Number 1, I'm arrested. Number 2, nilienda maandamano.
Finance bill.
Yes.
So ukakuwa arrested, right?
No. That's a whole different thing. Number 1, umesema I've been arrested. Number 2, nilienda maandamano. Number 3, niko na mama.
Okay, yes.
You don't have a mama.
Actually, naweza because this guy sikiza anapiga luku. Itisho najua ni pesa mingi sana. Yes. What do you think?
He seems like a very nice person to be arrested. Why are you arrested?
So
okay, for a mama he can hide, but be arrested. Nah, that's a lie.
Yes, scientist.
Mimi naona kama arrested is the lie.
Mama kijana ako na potential.
Designer nangara. but sasa arrested okay venye namjua akai mzee wa hizo vitu za kucollide na police and whatever so arrested no.
Wow. Yes, Emma.
Okay, mimi nikiangalia titles hapo kwa mama ndo naweza sema no because najua anapenda politics. So naweza kuwa alienda maandamano akakuwa arrested.
Oh, it seems now I'm the marking scheme.
No.
but what I'll definitely say, I think from the word go, it's kind of relating it direct to maandamano, but you can be arrested anyway. Any other time when you look back, when you hit maybe the curfew and such. So definitely that's a truth from how I look it. For the maandamano, yes. But for the mama, ujamaa hata apendi mademu. Mama is alive.
Kama apendi mademu anapenda wa mama.
Apendi mademu
Anapenda mama zao.
Wow.
Yeah, definitely that.
Which is the lie?
The lie is I don't have a mom.
I told you guys, I'm the marking scheme.
I see. I don't know who should be arrested. Anyway, Emma.
Yes.
2 truths, 1 lie.
Hey, 2 truths, 1 lie.
Yes.
Nishaipanda German machine.
German machine. Oh, okay. Okay.
I'm the favorite girl in our home.
Well, you could bring that.
And nishaiota nimebai gari.
Acha tuseme hapo unaweza. Wote unaweza. Wote kila mtu anaweza.
Ni kupanda.
But
Umenunua ama umepanda?
Nimenunua.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hiyo ndio iko. Acha tuanze na Janice. Yes.
Okay. Well, najua Emma ni last born, so she might definitely be a favorite girl.
Yeah.
Hapo kwa kuota, it's hard kupigana na neto. Watu unaweza ota. So hapo kwa kupanda German machine, unaweza sema maybe it's a lie.
Okay. Yes,
This is what Janice has said.
German
Well,
machine.
yes. Kupanda German machine
Okay.
is the lie, yes.
Okay.
Well, I still concur with that because I definitely think everyone can dream, everyone can be a favorite, but lazima kuwe na connection kiprani for you to be in that machine. Yeah, so I think that's a lie for me.
Okay. Nitakuwa mwisho. Yes.
Okay, being a favorite girl, that's a truth for me. Then dreaming and actually being in a German machine. I'll go with dreaming. Dreaming to like buy a machine because I feel like she loves being driven, not driving actually. Yeah, she really likes being driven, so I'll go with dreaming of buying a German machine.
Yes.
No. But it's 50-50. But I'll just go with dreaming.
Dreaming.
Yeah.
Scientist.
German machine. Me, I guess. Yeah. So I guess ni ana wish. Okay, ndo maana ana dream.
I see.
But sasa sidhani in reality ameipanda the German machine. Hiyo inakaa a very big lie.
Yeah. I don't know. I think me nitaside na Ngoiri. Hiyo quarter.
Yeah.
Hiyo quarter like
Quarter ni free, kila mtu anaweza ota.
yeah, lakini
But ndoto pia zina relate na chenye unataka kaenda.
Ndio. Ndio maana ana wish.
German machine anaweza kuwa alipewa hata lift huwezi jua. It's too general. Yeah. Anyway, which is the lie?
The lie there is that I'm the favorite lady in our home.
You are not.
Yeah, I'm not the favorite. Yeah, my sister mwenye namfuata is the favorite.
How did you get yourself a German machine?
My sister drives a German.
She loves
Okay.
I see.
Who are we hanging around?
I think sisi unajua ni wale wasee wenyewe. Sisi ndo tunataka wenzetu waseme my brother. Yeah?
We are the brothers
owners.
and sisters.
We are the brothers.
Sisi ndo
Kuna
processors.
pioneers.
Hatuna choice anyway. So how about tusikize how serious guy wa Kenya?
Serious? Okay, I think mine will be pretty direct to the point. Yeah, I would start by saying I'm one person like who don't watch movies.
You don't watch movies?
Yeah, that will be the first. Maybe the second will be, I don't know how these people maybe tend to take it or how it will sound, but since ever was born, I've never eaten sukuma wiki. Yeah,
I'm sure.
yeah. And maybe the third one will be, this. Okay, I'm a third born in my family.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, start from Emma.
Naweza sema hapo the lie is the third one.
Yeah, the third born.
Yeah.
Kumsa alikuwa kwangu na alikula sukuma by the way. So, unaweza change mind ama bado una stick hapo? Anyway, yeah, the third one. Yes, scientist.
Ya pili umesema you've never eaten sukuma wiki.
Yeah.
Since he was
ever
born.
Hiyo nayo ni uongo. The only thing your wallet can afford ni hiyo. Unasema ndo kulangi. But ni hiyo ya nini juu najua he's the third born. Amewahi.
Oh, amekwambia. Wow. Yes, Janice.
Ninajua definitely niyo ya sukuma wiki because I've been to several events with the Warukenya. Various foods are served. Na hakuwezi kosa kulikuwa na sukuma somewhere.
Na alikula.
So might be third boy.
Yes, Ngoire. You go next.
Okay. Sukuma wiki, third boy.
Before usikie hiyo ya Janice tusema media.
Wow. The lies. I guess it's the third boy.
Okay.
I feel like that's the lie.
That's the lie. Wow. Haters.
I think I will concur with what most of us are saying. A comrade kusurvive bila sukuma wiki.
Anaweza kuwa anatuchora, si ndio?
Anaweza kuwa anatuchota. But ni lie.
Kama madinishi kuna manago.
Kuna shanga asali na maziwa. Hakuna sukuma.
Cheki. Mimi as much as nataka kusema umekula sukuma kwangu. Lakini usikata, lakini sukuma, si ndio?
Oh, I think most of you have got it wrong. Actually, the lie is I'm a third born.
I've never. Unajua hapa hivi kuna kwa na stuff inaitwa believable lies.
If I was to bring my siblings here and my family, even my mom, knows I've never up to date.
Unakula ugali na nini?
Omena.
Maybe you go off maybe for milk and maybe some other stuff, but sukuma wiki, I've never. Actually, I don't know actually even how they do taste.
Will you discover?
Okay, we discover.
Actually, my mom was giving me a story and was telling maybe when I was young, maybe they tried maybe to, because maybe that's what is already being cooked, and maybe I really used to refuse even when I was still young.
Oh.
And up to date, I've never got into it. Sukuma wiki.
Naona any issue na
How will I know, like,
awe kula sukuma
yeah,
kesho.
I've never. Definitely, I've never.
We kula bana.
I've never. Maybe most of you think, because maybe most of your comrades, you tend to think it's a must, but for me, I've
It's
never.
not.
Yeah.
Wow.
Unajua that's a cash
Wow.
crop.
Ngoire. Unajua before kuchanganya ulikuwa unasema third born, so you got it right, right?
Yeah, I got it right.
So what are your three?
Okay. I'll start with I'd love to be in the military. That's one.
I light skin.
But ni mtoro. Maybe.
Two. I'm the second daughter of our family. Three. I love fashion.
Acha nianze.
Yes.
Second daughter.
Second daughter.
Huyu ni yeye last born. Okay,
But-
anaweza kuwa last born na ni second. But venye ni wengi, ai.
Unawajua?
Siwajui vile. Najaribu kunini kuwe hivi. Juu okay, military anakaa. Yeah, I know she loves the military things and cause yenye anafanya zina relate. And hiyo ingine ni fashion. She looks fashionable, like
Okay. Mimi sina maoni.
Ndafanya mtoto wenyewe melt hapa.
second. Hiyo si second born.
Janice.
Second daughter.
Nitasema hiyo ya the second daughter. Sijui kwa hizo zingine nikiwekwa hizo zingine between military and fashion, hizo zinakaa truths, so that only leaves hiyo moja.
Yeah.
So I don't have a reason ya kusema she's not the second daughter, but zingine zinakaa tu kweli, so I'll take that as a lie.
Yes, Kainga.
I'll also take the second one, the second daughter. Juu nikimwangalia hivi kuna venye anapenda ma exercise na muonaga situi, and that qualifies hiyo ya military. And then kwa fashion, from the way he's dressed, you can tell. Yeah, so I pick number 2.
Wow. Emma.
Mi nita disagree kidogo na watu. Sidhani kama uko na passion ya kukuwa into military. As much as ni mrefu hizo zote, military hapana.
Nataka kwa baby girl.
Girl.
Okay. What can you say about this?
I want to concur with everyone else and say she's not the same one. Definitely. And that's one I'm pretty sure.
You're pretty sure.
Pretty sure.
Check it. Umsa ameni corrupt, so
I'm pretty sure.
pretty sure.
You're pretty sure. It's true, I'm not the second born. I'm the only daughter of a family.
So mnafikanga hivi unasema tu unatamani tu utoe bunde ufanye.
Okay, being the military doesn't necessarily have to go and fight. You have very many aspects in the terms of innovations, in terms of surveying.
Na umefikiria kwenda kama cadet?
Cadet, as a cadet, maybe, yeah, but not necessarily the fighting part. There are very many aspects. Plus the what? The governments usually have so many resources compared to other companies or corporates. So I guess using those resources for the benefit of others and also to improve yourself wouldn't be so bad.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting. The solution.
Oh my.
Yes.
It's about to go down.
You are still find the solution.
My
of the
dream.
solutions.
I'm not remorseful.
Technical terms.
Second, I love procrastinating.
You love procrastinating.
That I've been hurt in a relationship.
Everybody.
That's this constant. My luck.
Haikuwa rahisi hivyo anyway. But then how about Titus? What do you think?
The first one is a lie.
Remorseful.
Yes. Because being hurt in a relationship, that is a bit too normal. People get hurt in relationship. And about procrastination, from how I know him, he's the kind of guy that is in many events, and therefore to procrastinate something, it's a bit obvious.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. Janice, what do you think?
The first one is definitely a lie because I know scientists. He's a very open guy. You know, you can connect with him emotionally. Though not instantly, immediately. Not immediately, but you can. So he can't. He particular not remorseful. I know it's not true because I know his character. He's a genuine person. Kuhatiwa offers.
Everybody does.
Nani anawahata hapa nje?
Kuna dance.
Procrastination, we all do that once in a while.
Yes. Great.
Ushakuwa kwa relationship kweli?
Sasa hiyo ndio ina haki.
Chenye nakwambia ni haki zaidi.
But I'll also go with you're not remorseful. That's definitely a lie, because he's one of the, he's very, very, very nice. Even when you're talking, his interaction with people, I don't think you're not remorseful.
Wow.
Yeah.
Emma, you're too silent. Ndio the answer.
Anajua tu the obvious one.
Ni gani?
That is the first one, don't lie.
It's okay.
Well, I don't want to be held as if to being the devil's advocate for this. You started to deviate me from what everyone else has said. But I think if I did, and now that you're having an episode on maybe communication and reasoning to search, I think maybe when he started, he mentioned something like when he starts something, he'll do it to the core. Actually, he did mention that one of the things that he's so aimed towards his team to eat. So like, I think maybe the second point with contradict with what you said at the very beginning, that when you start something, you really go to it up to the core. So I hold the thought that, yeah, the second one is a lie.
Is
for
a
me.
lie.
Yeah.
Wow.
Bearing in mind what you had said when you were starting the episode. Yeah.
Oh, which is the lie?
remorseful.
So amejicontradict.
Sikusema tunaendanga I love delivering.
Oh,
I love delivering.
But in
on time.
okay.
See, yet you don't have to deliver on time, but I love delivering.
Mchezo wa maneno
You still deliver.
Yeah, I still deliver.
Linguistics, I love it. Yes, Janice. Close it
So
up.
my 3 is number 1. My favorite pastime is dancing. The second one, I wished someone a happy birthday yesterday. And the number 3 is I don't know how to swim.
Wow.
Hiyo inakaa ukweli.
Acha tuanzie kwa scientist.
Happy birthday. Janice Ukai a dancer.
Thank you.
Ukai a dancer.
Na dancing kwa bafu.
Hiyo ni kuimba si kudance.
Unajua kuna kumove mwili na kudance.
Tulipatana na Janice, tulipatana na Janice tukiwa nini huko conservancy. Ana move.
Nimesema kuna kumove mwili na
Dance.
Okay. So yako ni dancing, right?
Dancing.
Yes, Emma, what do you think?
Dancing.
Dancing.
Yeah.
What do you think?
We have ever talked with Janice and she told me she was in the music festival. So dancing is kind of correct. Is that true? What else? I guess swimming.
Swimming.
Swimming is still a lie.
I think she knows.
What did you say? You don't know how to swim.
Yes. What do you think she knows, right?
She knows how to swim. Yeah, that's the lie.
Okay. What opinion?
It's a little bit tricky now that you can't actually be able to know. I think here we'll just be doing trial and error, because how can we justify that she had wished someone a happy birthday yesterday? So yeah, I think I would go maybe with the third one.
Swimming.
Just try and error.
I'll go with the first one about dancing. Janice nikimwangalia hivi akae mtu wa kudance miondoko. But there is a day I saw her dancing and wana pambo.
So ilikuwa dancing. In as much as what Kahinga is saying, okay, she thinks she was dancing, but hakuwa na dance.
Deep down.
Deep down hakuwa.
Like yeye anajua
Yeah.
Nilikuwa imeandika hiyo kwanza.
Matahatra.
Maybe she was tired.
Yes, Janice. So what is the lie?
The lie is that I wished someone a happy birthday yesterday. I didn't have anyone who was having a birthday yesterday. I love dancing, you guys. I can dance. I'm trying to get ngoma vizuri.
Hawapo venye unataka.
I don't know how to swim.
You don't know how to swim.
Yes.
That's for sure.
Yes, I don't.
So kama nataka kuwa say this is when you could drop
Kwa maji
there's nothing more
Done.
unaweza
I'm a survivor. I'm survivor.
I see. So here's the juicy part. Shelton. Very simple.
Acha tusikie hizo uongo.
Hizi ni uongo
Jambo
zote. Hizo
itatoka
zenye
hapo.
anafikiria.
Hapa ni ukweli tu zote, alafu mniambie uongo ni gani. Oh
Ni
God.
sisi tunakusaidia kutafuta uongo.
Of course najua uongo. Mwezi niacha nitulie alafu niseme hizi vitu. First time haraka. Yes. Mimi na sister yangu tumeachana 7 years. And the second lie or the second truth in this story my mom's favorite like mimi ndo masama napenda.
Java watu unatokewa.
Check on say sister yangu. Alafu ya mwisho I'm so obsessed with academics.
Unaifanya kuwe rahisi.
Unafanya mtihani kupitia haraka.
Tunaweza sema in unison.
Actually itakuwa ngumu adabu. Hebu tuanze na Janice. Janice, hebu niambie.
I'm tempted kusema you are not obsessed. You are obsessed with academics, not a lie.
God, sikai serious na masomo.
Okay, I'm tempted kusema hivyo, but the fact that it's so obvious inafanya ni debate.
Yes.
So I'll say the lie would be you are there's a distance of 7, like there's an age gap of 7 years.
7 years. Okay. Titus.
Yeah, kuwa obsessed with masomo, that is definitely the
Lie.
because
Bro.
kuna siku show tupea story ya your family about that age difference, and I definitely tick to that.
You ticked that.
Yes, hiyo ya masomo.
I don't know.
Mimi hata sijui anafaa kujibu hii swali bado. Masomo gani? Wewe jamaa mwambie kuna gig na Kodaro. Kama gig na lipa na usia Kodaro. Wewe Daro utakuja baadaye. So that's a lie.
You people. Yes.
Oh, you're definitely not passionate about education. Obsessed. Okay, the fact that you use obsessed, you're not obsessed with it. That's a lie.
Mnanifanya inakuwa ngumu. Wenye nilikuwa nimeangalia.
Obsessed.
Naanza kushuku kwani
Shelton.
Yes. What's your definition of obsessed?
Masomo si yako. Hiyo ya obsession.
Naomba nikwambiana ukweli.
Uko hapa ku find something at least ukue na title fulani, lakini ati ya masomo hiyo si yako.
Let me tell you people a story before niambie the answer. So I was at home.
Scientist
God, too obvious.
So yangu ni hiyo ya masomo. I guess umewahi nipatia story about your attachment. Venye hata logbook ulifill.
Unachoma kwa kamera.
But I graduate,
Mimi niko na swali. When you mention of obsession with academics, at which level?
Ama
High school, primary, ama university?
ama meaning yako ya
I would say maybe the primary bit and the secondary bit of it.
So now
Hapo
you're
kila mtu
changing.
alikuwa obsession na masomo.
So umeanza
Hata
kuchange.
si wote.
So umeanza kuchange.
Okay. Now that's why I'm asking for clarification.
So umeanza
At which
kuchange.
level? At which level?
Average.
University.
Average.
What do you mean by average?
Kwanza, ever since I was born until now.
Ever since you are born until now.
Yeah.
Then I think the canoe started signing the moment you join campus. Yes. By the fact that
It's not obsession.
by the fact that you're in campus, maybe pursuing BSc engineering, that means from the word go, maybe ulikuwa ni msee bado unapenda masomo. Because most people maybe wanted to be there, but they didn't get to reach there. But issue in Akamia campus, and that's why that I'm asking specifically at which age. Ama which level?
Cheki.
Which level? Nijibu hiyo ni kujibu swali.
Cheki. nimeambia average. So before nianza kufikiria mwanza kunifanya ni overthink na vitu mingi. My answer was very simple. Okay, nilikuwa naambia story that nimeenda academic leave alafu nikarudi na bado nakwanga niko obsessed na academics zangu, especially my grades. God knows how much I love my academics. But then the real answer hapa, before Orkanya anza kuniambia vitu zingine ati nimetumia action Ngoiro, wewe umeniambia ati nimetumia serious word obsession, right? Yes. Mimi na sister yangu actually my budangu amefanya tu gap ya 5 years kwetu. 5 years. Like so kama nataka kujua sister yangu mdogo nimemshinda na miaka ngapi, utajua tu ni 15, right? Yes, June 5. Very good interval. My parents know.
So I was right.
You are right. Actually, maparongo wanajua vizuri kuhusu mambo ya family planning.
Lakini hiyo ya masomo unajua kuna kukua obsessed na kukua like unaogopa.
Unajali grade.
Si ati uko obsessed by the ni venye like you don't have any other option.
Hakuna option hizi grades
800. The only thing tunaweza fanya hapo, we can argue with the word obsession.
Unaona kama umechanganya.
Yes, but then
ungesema unasomanga
na msikuage hivyo. So guys, sasa acha turudi kwa session alafu tukue zile za like now this is the discussion of the day, right? We are here to communicate about communication, the effectiveness and the importance of communication, sindio? So maybe tunaanza tu kwa from the basics. What can you describe an effective communication ama a good communication is? Na leo tunajiweka na relationship issue. Usituambie mambo ya mzazi na nini communicating with a parent. Let us just base ourselves with the youth venye tuko so that we can have a very lucrative discussion.
Relationship.
Yes, relationship. I think you can relate. Expound. Yeah. If I expound a relationship, up let us talk about intimate relationships. Yes.
Romantic as bwana.
Kwani mnataka ninyamaze session? Kama mnataka nimalize bana podcast mniambie bwana.
Acha niwaambie bwana.
Mimi siongei basi.
Acha niwaambie bwana na limit hivyo. Tukifungua utaanza kutuambia how you relate with your parent,
uncle.
Kutoka hapo utuambie with your uncle,
with your sibling.
Yeah, I guess it's nice.
Yeta tupeleka mbali. So maybe some other day hivi tukirudi hapa hivi tutaongelea your relationship with your colleagues and classmates etc, because we have like nani anakufa hapa in the next 10 years.
Sawa, wacha basi mimi nyamaze.
Yeah, so tutaanza na Titus.
Okay, sure.
Yes.
How I can describe effective communication?
Yes, effective communication
in a relationship.
Yeah.
I can generally say that communication is one of the key pillars of relationship, because if there's no communication, it's like a sneaky link. Communication ndio inafanyanga muambiwe you're in a relationship. And one of the things I can say about effective communication is that ability kusaidia juu ndio inakusaidianga mjuane na mtu, you get to know the boundaries of this person, you get to know the likes and dislikes of this person. Yeah, that's it about effective communication.
That's it.
Yeah.
Scientist, what do you think?
Oh my, mkuu una okay. Unataka malize kuload. Anyway, communication basically ni passage of information.
Yes.
Now there are different ways of passing information. Kuna talking, kuna the way you behave, kuna the chatting and whatever.
Yeah.
So effective communication ni yenye I feel like when I want to know something, you're telling me openly. Like I feel like I'm not missing anything. I'm not suspecting anything in our relationship.
Wow.
So that's my effective communication.
Like no secrets?
No secrets. Like we are open to each other.
Wow.
Yeah.
What a good way. I think you agree with him, but then what's your feeling?
Effective communication, I'll view it as when one partner speaks, the other one is listening. You know, there's a difference between hearing and listening. The other person listens and not just hearing just for the sake of, because that my partner is just yapping. Wacha tu amalize, tutaendelea like where like moja naongea mwingine anasikiza, then you like take turns in maybe answering questions, asking questions, answering them, maybe getting a clarification where you don't have to struggle so much to get to the other person. Yeah, so that's effective communication.
What an interesting information. What about you?
I don't want to be so pedantic and actually to go too much into the legalities, but I would say maybe when you mention of effective communication, definitely there have to be the message that is being passed. Also they have to be maybe the sender and the receiver of the information. And now the most important part is now the message and actually the feedback. So when you actually get to mention of effective communication, I think all those have to play a part in actually for me to be able, if one of them is missing, when you mention of the sender, when you mention of the receiver of the message, when you mention of the message itself and the feedback, because actually most of the time what normally happens is you're actually talking and maybe at the end of the day or maybe at the end of that conversation you're talking to yourself. Why? There is no feedback. Maybe I'm assuming I'm communicating, but in any sense I'm not communicating. Maybe the receiver on the other end has already switched off. So I think for us to be actually say an effective communication, all the components have to be there. So that would be my simple definition of effective communication.
Okay, I'm not trying to counter your point, but then maybe naweza kuuliza, so from your description or from your definition or whatever you are telling us, an effective communication is. So silence to you is not a response, it's not a feedback, right? Is that?
Okay. When you actually get it, silence is a feedback on itself. Why is it that, have you ever heard of maybe something people normally call silent treatment or something of that? Like where you actually getting to talk to someone and they're just all to you. That itself is a feedback. That said in you know what, there is something that is wrong. There is something that is wrong. So when we mention of feedback, it doesn't literally have to be verbal, but even maybe when I'm having the conversation with you and maybe how maybe your facial expression is such. So like you wouldn't really limit feedback just to maybe the verbal. There is also the physical,
and then
expression is such.
Yes, Emma.
Yeah.
You've been jump starting. What are you thinking?
Me basically, communication ni like exchange of info between two people, because communication huwezi fanya without another party. And effective communication is whereby you communicate and get to understand each other at one point. That is what I call
this understanding, right?
Yeah, there's understanding there.
You concur with somebody and some of the people. Yes, Janice.
Okay, I'd say for me, effective communication is being able to share both simple and hard truths within the relationship, because it's not always that there is something profound that you're talking about, but it also has an element of consistency in it. Like we can be talking about very important things, but coming to happen leo and then next week and then the other week, it really doesn't count. So for me, effective communication is being able to share the information consistently.
Yes. So Titus did mention something concerning communication being cited as the most important tool in a relationship or in any successful relationship, right? So what do you think, is that so? Like, mbona unadhani communication ndio the pillar of everything? Ama unadhani kuna ingine?
I feel like I concur with what he said, because with communication comes understanding, comes expression of what you're really feeling, and with these two, like, you get to express yourself, and then someone gets to understand what you're feeling, so that maybe they can change the behavior or whatever that you guys were talking about. So I concur with communication being the most effective or most important tool in a relationship.
Wow.
Yep.
Yes, scientist, any opinion?
I guess communication is very important and very vital. So I will give you guys an example. It happened just recently. Kulikuwa na hii competition ya Mr. and Miss Kimathi, and kuna video niliona ikitrend of a guy alikuwa ameenda kwa stage kutoa demo yake. So mi kwangu ilikuwa inanikalia like there was not enough communication ama effective communication. Like the guy hakuwa anajua his girl ni model. So if the girl alikuwa amemwambia like waki have conversation, alikuwa amemwambia hey by there I do model and whatever, actually the guy would be one of the fans, ndo angekuwa na chain whatever. So hiyo withholding information ama lack of that effective communication, it leaves a scar in your relationship.
Wow. Yeah, interesting. Yes, Titus.
I share the same sentiments with Mr. Scientist. In another example, Nile, you see your friend, your partner with a friend, another friend. Tuseme kama mimi, nimeona my partner with someone else. I don't
Shelton.
another male friend.
Yes.
Okay.
You're very right.
If you don't talk about it, at the back of my mind, itakuwa na hiyo bitterness, and she doesn't tell me about it. But the moment tutaongea, I might come to realize that the other guy alikuanga cousin ama uncle.
Wanakuanga cousins.
Wanakuwa family.
Anyway.
Okay, so my point is communication ikiingia ni kama ina flatten the whole thing out. Because you understand.
Yes.
But kama hangekwambia na hungeuliza, mngebaki na hiyo bitterness. Na ndio inaendelea ikipile up, at the end of the day unapata ishakuwa something else. Isha split your relationship.
Interesting. Yes, Janice.
For me, I'd say communication is what makes the difference between your partner and everybody else. Communication, when mimi nitaongea na someone I'm in a relationship with, my boyfriend, let's say, it's very different from when nitakuja niongea na watu Kenya ama scientist ama hata Ngoiri. I don't need to explain myself to Ngoiri. Sitakuja nikose kupick maybe, okay, tuseme tupatane na Ngoiri mahali. I don't need to keep explaining to her nimekuwa nikifanya nini, what I've been up to. That is not her business. But if I'm involved with someone, there has to be, I am accountable to that person in a way. And as much as tunaongea kuhusu being free and what, it's true, you have to be accountable to that person. If tulikuja, we said we would do this at this point, so why didn't mbona haikufanyika hivi, mbona ulifanya hivi instead, nilikuwa na expect ifanyike, mbona ifanyika hivi instead. So communication is what sets your partner apart from everybody else, so it's very important in a relationship.
Wow.
Yes. Okay, mimi naweza sema communication ina bringing a point ya emotional intimacy. Yeah. When I say emotional intimacy, I feel like I bring a point yenye mtu ana feel so much attached to you, akikuelezea you get to understand that person better than another person.
Unakuwa emotional.
Yeah, you get to mimi sahi scientist tuseme for example
let me enjoy the moment. Kwanza hiyo example ni
tuseme mimi na scientist we are dating, right?
Yes.
Na nimeambia scientist but kuna kitu inanisumbua akili na ni hivi na hivi. See the same way scientist ataichukulia venye Titus nikienda kuambia Titus juu ni beshte yangu venye ataichukulia. Ataichukulia on another level. Atakuwa nakwambia unaiona aje? We fanya hivi na fanya hivi. Like ina bring that emotional intimacy.
Emotional intimacy. Kizungu kubwa.
Mshaanza kwa emotional one.
Iko ni gani bwana?
Bwana nahitaji internship kwa hizi ships
Relationship manager.
Mimi zangu ni hardships. Sasa unaona kuna difference. But maybe I would say one thing about communications comes with, when you mention of actually effective communication, it comes with clarity and classification, or clarity to be specific, where actually I will come and tell you, you know exactly the reason as to why I'm doing this and this is because and this and this. And actually maybe at this how I be where here and here because of the, because actually when you actually don't be specific to that person and actually tell them with the clarity how things are doing in your life, it will reach to a time where they'll have a lot of questions in their mind, or of which they not be answered. And actually when it get to a point where I have a lot of questions in my mind and actually get to try and get
answers from nowhere. And actually, what normally happens if I try to get answers elsewhere, trust you me, most of the time I will get the wrong answers. So I expect with effective communications, you come with clarity and tell me, you know what, actually I'm doing this and this, or what you normally say, you get from I don't know how to put this, but from the individual mouth, like literally you are the one you have in this conversation with. Because if you actually don't tell me, I will go out there and start finding out information on my own. And what normally happens is, if I go out and start finding information from your friends, trust you me, your friends will be given information that maybe might or might not be true. So with that, it leads to some commotions here and there. Yeah.
Wow. So communication ni root ya kila kitu, si ndio?
On your point, communication being important. Another thing I find to be so important where communication is concerned is that it validates your partner's position in your life.
Yeah.
If I come tuseme nikiamua kuchelewa kwenda mahali, and then I call and say something came up, I'll be late. So if we had this kind of plans, please postpone ama ningoja ama we can do it later. I would find myself doing that with just anyone. So it's like me communicating things generally inaambianga my partner that I acknowledge your position in my life, and I respect it, and that is why I am giving you this information, because I understand your position, the position you have in my life. So yeah, that's another thing I think communication is very important.
Mko na watu hapa nje. Hii ni manyo. Mko na watu hapa nje bila nasikia mnakuwa emotions.
Anasema
from manyo. Anasema from something. Hii ni manyo.
Nasema hapo pia kwa point ya Kenya, hiyo penye alikuwa anasema that unaweza enda kwa his friends to look for more for information. Hapo pia unaweza pata information utapata, yes. Maybe utapata information nyeuku una need, imeenda beyond ama niko below, so itatampa nayo.
Wow, interesting. So mimi nilikuwa niseme ni ulikomeniosha point yangu, but then acha niseme hivi. Communication ni root of everything, because kama hebu angalia the pillars of relationships, kuna vitu kama respect, sijui etio, whatever, loyalty, sijui hizo vitu zote zinakujanga kama kuna communication. Juu at the end of the day, kama sijakwambia kitu yenye unaweza fanya ndo inibo, utakuwa unajua, si ndio? So I think communication iko na very critical part. So guys, kila kitu ni fiti, si ndio? Communication is very critical. Na kitu critical kwa hii podcast sasa ni one of the sweet things. Ukiniambia kila mtu anafaa kufunguka, hata kama anasema nini, umsa kwa relationships. Yeah. So
mambo zangu ni hardships.
Hizo hardships.
It's a relationship.
Sasa nataka unipe a very good example. I want you to share a personal story. Very personal and emotional. Nataka nikufeel. Like hata kama uko storyteller, acha nikufeel kidogo. You tell me, kwenye communication ilikuwa significantly important ama ili improve something in your relationship ama ili strain down juu. Anyway, si lazima ikuwe positive kila time, si ndio? Unaweza pata kuna time fulani ulikuwa nyoksa alafu ikaleta noma, right? Yes folks, we are taking a quick short break, and then tukirudi wasa wanafunguka watuambia their stories. Tuseme tu chenye ni ukweli, very honest stories zenye tunaweza wafeel. Want to feel so empathetic in your stories, right?
Yeah.
Yes. A quick short break, don't move away. Welcome back again to the Pyro Podcast. We are back, and we are back with a new guy, a new face, a new feature, and I'm going to give him time to introduce himself, and then we can continue from there. Yes.
Okay, thank you guys. My name is Wekesa Evans. Yeah, and I love to be identified as a cyclist. Yeah, thank
Cyclist. Interesting. Ana sana ngange iti kama washtuki. Very interesting. So Wekesa, welcome to the show, and it's an interesting show. Tuna discuss about communication. I think uta join na uta vibe in, because You're a very wise guy, aren't you?
Yeah, thank you. I am, yes.
Yes. So before the break, we were talking about something about a true story of yourself. Kwenye a relationship either iliku-rescue ama ilifanya the intimacy ama the bond between you and your partner ika-grow, or it ruined something, either lack of it ama presence of it. And we're doing a true story, a very, very true story, live from experience. And then which better way can we start it if not from the solution himself? Yes, solution. Can start from you. A true story.
Hiyo ni ambush bana.
The guys a solution.
So I'm thinking heavily.
No, you don't have to think. It's your life story. It's your life story. So if I could think, sana.
You know, I'm very young, so I don't have a lot of stories.
Yes.
I'm trying to pick the unique one.
Yes.
Oh, okay, let me go. I guess nitaanza na the lack of information.
Do you know the power you own? Ukishamaliza utarusha mwenye unataka.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. The power you own right now.
So nimewahi kuwa in a relationship and yenye like I feel like it was damaged by lack of communication. So kulikuwa na this lady we were dating, but sasa like communication ni kama okay, I was young back in my high school days.
Mlianza hizi vitu mapema.
I was not stupid.
Maliza campus na
Tunaanza high school. Young broke.
So like I feel like hapo hivyo like hatukuwa tuna communicate effectively, like we were communicating but not that effectively. Ni kama hatukuwa tunapeana chance ya I explain myself ama nijielezee na uni understand alafu ajielezee mimi ni understand. So relationship ilienda hivyo ikayumba alafu ikaachana and like I feel bad venye tuliachana juu like it's like it injured me. Design
Hiyo ndio ilikuwa first relationship.
Okay, where
Okay.
So like hata tuongei tena, unaona kuna yenye mnaweza achana na muachane peacefully.
Yeah.
Like sasa venye tuliachana like hakuna mzee, unaona ile ego yenye siwezi enda kusema mimi wa kwanza na yeye like ana feel siwezi enda like una feel sasa kungekuwa na effective communication hata kama mnaachana bado kuna ile friendship mna retain.
Yeah, for sure.
So kwenye kulikuwa na communication kulikuwa napata kuna a challenge. Then nasema like okay tunakaa like wananiambia kuna kitu hii na hii na hii unaona aje?
Yeah.
Then tuna meet, we talk it out and we find a solution. Then like tuseme I'm with my girl, tuko mbele ya watu. Then tunaona kuna wale wase wenye they express their love na the touching and whatever. So unamtouch maybe ana feel uncomfortable hata kuonyesha hapo hivyo, but mkienda anakuambia na venye ulikuwa unaniguza I was not feeling comfortable. Yeah. So unaona akishakwambia hivyo next hautafanya hiyo kitu. Unaweza mguza maybe mkiwa na yeye but sasa like mbele ya watu feel comfortable. So I felt like hiyo ilikuwa very mature, like venye tulikuwa tuna communicate like it was very very sweet hadi una enjoy the relationship. The emotional intimacy sasa
That's where it comes. So umeleta extreme points.
Yenye like lack of communication ili damage na kuna yenye hata kama tuliachana we still talk like mature people na bado kuna flow ya the friendship and whatever na bado relationship ilikuwa sweet.
Imagining say you on a date for example, I don't know about that. So say how can you rate your communication like iko in a scale of 1 to 10?
Let me say 7.
7. Not too bad, not too good. Interesting. Yes. Ngoiri.
Yeah.
Not here. Your story, yeah.
So there was this guy.
There was this guy.
Yeah. Yeah, he was a sweet guy. Good. He was so good. Yeah. So it was not really dating. We did not yet reach that stage of dating.
Yeah.
So it's just here in campus. So what used to happen? Okay, I'm in class. I'm active in church. So you'll find my schedule is kind of packed. And he was not very much involved in many things. Maybe once.
Yeah.
So I was like the busy one in the relationship.
Yeah.
And he had so much free time. Let me put it that way. So kwa communication what I felt like we didn't get to reach to the point of dating is like that lack of time, like how we used to spend our time. He used to like spending so much time with me, but I didn't have that much time.
So love language ilikuwa quality time.
Love language yake ni okay. Hatutasema quality time. Okay, his was physical touch. Mine is physical touch too. Yeah, so that wasn't a problem. Quality time, you can create quality time.
Yeah.
It's not about the quantity of time. So, but he wanted quantity time. Quantity that I couldn't provide. But he didn't let me know he was not okay or he wanted to spend more time with me. So what happened? We just, it's kind of tuliacha kuongea sana yenye ikakuwa like you talk daily to this person. Ikaanza like once in 2 days, then it went once in a week. Yeah. And that's how the relationship ended.
Was it?
Okay, it was not
really started, by the way.
The official one had not started, but there was something going on. That's how the relationship did get to start.
Gen Z muna sanitize hizi.
Yeah, true.
Unajua ungekuko wanasemanga well conversation na mambo ya futa. Nilikwambia story ya aviator. Aviator ni ndege fulani yenye inaendanga kutengeneza pesa, right? Yeah, hiyo whatever. So yako bado ilikuwa launching, right?
Yeah, tulikuwa kwa runway.
But I'm still wondering.
Like it had not like the wings
it's like a
taking off.
Yes.
Angekwambia anataka mspend quality time. Could you have pulled out of these activities mingi umuongezee time as in unge change lifestyle yako accommodate?
Not really. What I've done maybe is maybe invite him to join me in some of the clubs, because he was not very bad with people. Like he was an outgoing person. He was an introvert, but he also liked somehow being once being around people. Like it's not the clubs don't have like very many people, maybe 20, 30. So that's something he could manage. So maybe I'd introduce him. While still in the club, we'll still have time. After the club, like 10-30 minutes, I'll spare some time also.
For sure.
Because it's a two-way thing.
Yeah,
like he's not the only one who wants the quality time and everything. I also need it. Not want, I need it too. So, and well, maybe we would have worked out something, but we didn't get there.
Yes. So the same question as scientist. In the current relationship that you are in, or the current build-up, in build-up somewhere. Yeah. So how can you rate your communication skill? In a scale of 1 to 10.
Maybe a 6.5.
6.5.
Yeah.
Not a 7, not a 6.
Not a 7 or a 6. A 6.5.
Wow. Can't ask why. But then. Okay sir.
Yes.
I think ushakuwa hapa hivi feel story yenye iko hapa, si ndio?
Na I feel.
How about sasa? Sasa niko juu kuna story. Si ndio? You have a story to tell. So we want to listen to your story. Apart from story ya bikes na whatever. Now tell us that story.
I'm taking nipige story yangu na relationship na bike.
Bike ina emotions, ata communicating nayo.
Kuna emotions.
Depend ni bike gani anasema.
Wow.
Yeah, okay. Story yangu haitakuwa ndefu sana.
Of course.
So ilikuwa high school. There's this girl tukonaongea naye.
Kila mtu akona this guy, this girl, this somebody. Okay.
Yes, ndio. So tulianza kuongea naye, I think form 2. Yeah, form 2. Yeah. Tukaongea kujuliana hali hizo vitu zote. Ikafika time, unaona ile text unatumanga, unajua mimi expecting nikituma text na nakuona uko online, u reply saa hiyo. Reply bana. Mimi zake akituma mimi na reply kwanza, niko na kama kuachana naye. But later on alikuja ka apologize. Siku hizi bado sina mabeshte.
So squeeze nyinyi mabeshte.
Yeah.
Improved, right?
Yeah.
Na ulipata the reason mbona hakuwa ana reply na ako online na wewe una reply, like unajua kuna yenyewe naweza kutumia message then unani reply asubuhi, na mimi ukiniambia good morning, that instant moment na reply. So alisemanga kwa nini?
Hakusema, but I think ni story na issues tu zake alikuwa nazo.
Na scale of 1 to 10 nowadays, umesha graduate kutoka high school to campus right now, si ndio? How can you rate your communication skills ama your communication with your partner, to be specific?
Naweza rate iko to an 8.
An 8?
Yeah.
That's close to perfection.
Mko na watu baya. Mko na watu 10 pekee.
An 8.
Yeah.
An 8. Next time tukikuwa kwa show itabidi umetuexplain why. Why not 7?
Yeah?
Yes. Titus.
Yeah, sure.
It's about time. Shine manze na ile story yako man.
Okay, me, I'm not the kind of person that gets in and out of relationships.
Ukishaingia ni hivyo.
Okay. Yani, like
Ama you've never gotten in?
I've gotten in.
Yeah.
Mapema. And of course, I'm a victim of hizi zenye wanasemanga long distance relationships don't work. Sasa yangu haikuwork.
So you're approved.
It lost terribly. Yes. So venye kulikuwa kuna happen is that one person ama one party ni anashinda make effort ya ku reach out, unaona? And at the end of the day that person huwa anakuwa exhausted, unaona? In my case it was me. Sasa nikakuwa exhausted. Hivyo.
When ulikuwa na chase in short. Okay.
Sanitizing it, he was ringing.
Okay. Sasa venye nilienda hivyo nikakuwa sasa akaanza tena kunipigia. Unaona? Sasa okay, ikaenda hiyo trend ikaenda, the number of kupigiana inaenda ikigo down. Unaona? So what happens, hiyo bond ilikuwa inaenda ikifade away. You realize that hamkosani lakini mkipatana over the holiday, juu pia ilikuwa high school. It's as if you are two new people. It's as if you are beginning the relationship from scratch.
Sure.
Unaona? And then unarudi the second time. The same story. Unaona? Okay, ikaendelea kuanzia hapo hivi campus. Sasa venye nilikuja campus, I joined a lot of clubs, nini. I saw better ladies.
Kamacho.
Wenye sasa wana reply.
Wenye wana reply tena.
Sasa ile kupiga simu once. Kana tu ikaboeka kabisa hivi.
Ikakuwa kama mwezi kaisha.
Sasa by the way tuko sana juu tukipatana home, mnasalimiananga nini lakini
there's nothing.
Yes.
Wow. Right now I know you know to communicate. Umesema unaingianga clubs, right?
Yes.
So how can you rate your communication skills between you and your partner right now in a scale of 1 to 10? Now unam include of course.
If we were to go back.
No. You're not dating, you're not in a relationship.
You found better ladies.
Yes. What changed?
Don't see me as better anyway. This way. If I'm to get in a relationship right now, naweza jiekea 7 to 8.
7 to 8.
Yes, because these clubs have really shaped me.
They've shaped you to be a better guy.
Yes, how you can communicate to people, how you can set up your boundaries, how you can say what you like and don't like, such things.
Wow, what an interesting story. So, when you tunaenda kusikia stories za wase, it is very important also to note that hiyo namba unapeana si just a number. Lazima ikuwe na some sense to it, si ndio? Huwezi sema 6 useme 7 just because it's a number. Emma?
Yes.
What's your story?
Sasa hii. Mi sasa yangu ilikuwa this guy. Tulikuwa mabeshte for very long time. Tukishakuwa mabeshte, then after juu alikuwa like me, nilikuwa naona the guy ako uni, ni bado niko high school. So the guy used to tell me, let him give me time. Nimalize shule. So tukakuwa hivyo mabeshte tu. Like our families are also family friends. So tukakuwa mabeshte after nimemaliza form 4. Tulimaliza form 4 mwezi wa 4. So hiyo mwezi wa 4 nilikuwa nasomea side za Ucha. So nikarudi naye kwenye saa mtaa zenye sisi tunajuana. So he made things official. Tukaanza sasa ile kudate. nikakuja campus. Si hiyo mwezi wa nini? Mwezi wa 9 campus. Nikakuja campus. Hey, this guy alikuwa anakujanga kuniona. Kimathi jamani. He will travel all the way from Nairobi to Kimathi. But for me now, tuseme ameifanya maybe twice in a month. Me like I wanted us to be like every week we are together. Yeah, kila wiki tukue pamoja. And again he wasn't working that time. So sidhani kama financially alikuwa sawa.
But ulikuwa unataka weekly.
Lakini nilikuwa nataka weekly, but again I used to go. I used to go, yeah.
Fare ni yake ama fare ni yako?
Sometimes I used to use my fare going, then he'll fund me back. Ama saa zingine akiniambia ana do, I'll just go and come back. Yeah.
Okay.
So tukaendelea, sijui nini kaanza kukua. So the moment alikuwa ananiacha tunakaa hata like 1 month tuja like atuja onana. Kuna a certain month hatukuonana hapo mbele. And then nikaanza tu kufeel like communication haiko. Calls zikaanza kukua. So okay, me I'm used to tunajuliana asubuhi. During the day you can check on someone venye anaendelea, then usiku you guys to talk and know venye day imekuwa. Call ikaanza kukua tu ya asubuhi na ya usiku. Ikashift, ikaanza kutoka sasa asubuhi inakuja ya usiku peke yake. Nikaanza kumuuliza nini mbaya. Then akaniambia he still needs more time to reschedule his life. So he's working on many things. Akaniambia I'm going to give you a break. Ni fix out things in my life. Then if God allows, we'll back together.
Wow. You're still on the break.
Okay, break ikakuwa like around kitu 2 to 3 weeks hivi. Okay, mimi huwa na like mtu akitend kunipea break sana tuongee, no communications, I tend to remove. Kujivuta nyuma like my feelings zinaisha.
Hebu tupeleke pole pole. Ulikuwa high school?
Yes.
Na mlikuwa mnapeana break mkiwa high school? A whole term maybe?
High school we were just friends.
You were just friends?
Yes, we were friends, nothing more.
And now?
And now we are dating. Tuna have sex ni watu.
Oh.
Naomba mliruhusu. You guys.
Yes.
You guys.
We are very sorry.
Haram.
The podcast is coming to an end. Okay.
Vitu zimedevelop, zimetoka kukua ile tulikuwa tunasalimiananga na mkono.
So siku hizi unasalimiana na yes,
Unasalimiana.
Sio mimi nataka kuchukulia lakini vitu zika change. So mimi naye mimi nakuaga na weakness moja like nikianza ku withdraw feelings zangu wana withdraw with time. Na after that tumepeana break, he came back that now amefix vitu kwa maisha yake, but mi pia alipata nimesha withdraw feelings. So namuona kama sasa bado brother yangu. So
shit. Yes, I wished I could have commented. Like the story is very touching and very painful. One question though. This guy promised you at a point that ukimaliza shule atakutake in, right? And akakutake in. Nini nilikufanya this time round kumtrust akikupromise that he'll come back for you?
Okay, so when you start getting into intimacy with someone, you start knowing someone better. Unajua mtu kama kuna vitu zenye atakuwa na kuficha. And hapo ndo unaanzaga kujua huyu mtu kuna venye ako, kuna vitu ananidanganya na kuna vitu zenye ananiambia ukweli. So mimi hapo niliona tu huyu jamaa ni red flag. And especially mimi mtu akinipea break more than a week, my feelings zinaanzanga tuko
168 hours. Wow. 168 hours. Or Kenya? Oh no. How is your communication in the relationship?
My recent relationship.
Yes.
I can say 7.5 because it has not been that good, not that bad. Tumekuwa na ups and down, but sahi naweza rate 7 and 5, but before issues zianze kukua, it was 9.
No. Okay, hapo hivyo umesema break ya more than a week, you go away, you fly away. You become the aviator.
Becomes a pilot.
So like kwa hiyo ama tuseme umeanza kudate then say like I feel ni kama nime rush things, unaweza nipatia a break alafu we'll get back. Unaona kama
kwani ukianza huku kuna fikiria
Iko serious.
ukianza hii kitu ulikuwa umeshasema I'm going for it, so act like it.
But I tend to wonder kuongea asubuhi mchana, sometimes the communication inaweza kuwa choking ikikuwa
no, acha nikwambie, okay, not that it's boring. Okay, ni Julia, mimi sijui venye ulilala ama venye uliamka in the morning.
It's usually the same every day. Sikulala tu kwa giza.
Maybe ulilala
kama panga unaamka.
Maybe mimi nililala na mimi nimeamka nikiwa mgonjwa, maybe nililala overnight nikaamka nikiwa mgonjwa, ama nimeamka nimesikia another news yenye sudden my heart. I have someone I can share to aniambie hivi na hivi, ufanye hivi. That's why okay, actually ukitaka hiyo communication ya frequency communication huwa ina building something, okay, even if it's not that much trust, but unaonanga my guy anani trust ama my lady anani trust, but tuseme tuongee leo tukae tena 3 days, kwani sisi ni friends with benefits ama we are dating
once in a day?
Once in a no, for me it's a no.
Even once in a day is too much.
Kahinga utaki watu waongee.
Me I get your point ya Kahinga. Whether kuna communication nyingine kwanza alafu jipate wewe si a call person, like upendi calls. Then mtu anakupigia kila time
inachoka.
Hapo ndo maana tunaongelelea hii mambo ya communication. Because what works for you in your relationship doesn't work for me. Kila mtu in relationship, it's a unique thing in every relationship.
Yes, I'm going to pose a very simple question to you. Ukimalizia before Kenya ongea. So a very simple question, right? Umesema communication is very important and critical. Juu inatusaidia tukuwe na one point ama one voice, right? So umenipata me, I'm like, mbona umenipata? Kuna Kahinga hapo, umepata Kahinga. He doesn't believe in daily communication. and there's you, right? So wewe na yeye akikwambia apendi hiyo stuff na anataka tu akuwa na call once in a day, that's the best anaweza fanya, because sema alikuwa na call once in 3 days, but then jameguno nataka 3 times a day, ameamua kulelo because the guy is willing to accommodate you. So what can you do in such situation? Utamdrop because he can't call 3 times a day?
For me, once in a day, I feel that's maybe people when you wako a bit married, it works best for that, because huwezi niambia huyu ni demu wako mnaishi mnakaa mbali, like that relationship yako ya long distance relationship, mwingine anakaa Kerugoya, mwingine anakaa Kimati. So unataka kuniambia tutakuwa tuna have to communication usiku, hakuna hata text, hakuna hata call, ni kila tu usiku, kila siku tu usiku. No, actually it doesn't work. For me, it doesn't work that way.
Okay, I have a follow-up question. So you get a guy who checks all your boxes apart from that for communication. So you're ready to let it slide?
Yeah, I will let it slide.
Na mimi
at least tuongee, hata kama tutaongea, unajua si ati nataka kupiga simu sijui tuongee 2 hours sijui tuongee 3 hours. Hizo ni boring nini, because maybe niko na something urgent I want to communicate to you. So umekanga ati wewe tunaongeanga tu na wewe usiku, so ningojea hadi usiku ndio tuongee. it can't work.
I think what people are trying to tell you is that there's urgency. Yes, urgency unaweza call anytime. Hata kama mtu anaweza kuwa anakuambia it's once in a week, right? But then the point is, why should I call you in the morning we speak 5 minutes and then at lunchtime we speak 6 minutes alafu jioni tuongee 5 minutes? Why don't I call you in the evening we speak for 20 minutes? Uniambie the whole day when imekuwa how your previous night was, because at the end of the day I have your time at that time.
Okay, mimi according to me, because it doesn't work. Even if akutakuwa na call ya during the day, but in the morning we have to check when kila mtu ameamka, then evening tuongee hizo stories during the day, at least twice in a day.
I wasn't willing to ask this question, but then I'm going to ask the ladies and the gents. It's yes or no. Okay, see, yes or no, ni opinionated.
Yeah.
Who do you think should be making the calls, the guy or the lady in this case? Tukianza na Kenya, you look so sad.
Sina maoni man.
Nimekushika sana.
Na kuna story. Kuna story. Na kuna story. Story lazima.
Doesn't to be this serious.
I'm getting to hear from you guys. That's all. I'm learning this thing.
So, who do you think?
I'm learning this.
Who do you think should be responsible for the calls? The guy or the lady in this case?
I'm learning.
Hata hiyo.
But then tutamsaidia tu pole pole. Nadhani tu atujaongelea Kiswahili atachangamka. Yes, what do you think?
I think both should be responsible, but in case like kuna mwenye anataka kuongea sana, then they make the effort. Kama like you want us to talk like for okay, I'm sorry but 3 times a day, then you'll have to call me, because me nilikwambia I can only manage to like call you once.
Yeah,
that's my budget.
Yeah.
For time, for money. So yes, I'll make a little bit of effort. I'll add on my effort, but you'll have to be responsible for most of the time.
Interesting.
Yeah.
His status.
I think everyone is responsible.
Yes.
Once I called this time, he called the other time. And from what I've heard Emma say and Ngoire, you first need to understand whether you are compatible with that person, because
compatibility.
Yes. Mtu kuongea naye kila siku, itakuwa choking.
Itakuwa choking
kwangu.
Yeah.
I prefer once in a week.
Once in a week?
Yes. Because inakuanga repetitive. Unaona? And for a man, if you put you complete concentration on your life, unahitaji tu una focus. Actually mimi sijuangi mwenye siku zangu zinaishanga. So if you're expecting me to call you at the end of the day, masaa 6 zinafikana na unapata hata ujui. Unaona tu tutakosana, lakini kama you found someone that has peace with this person will call me at the end of the week, then that's okay.
Ningekusupport like niyo weekly inakaa serious. Yes, okay sir.
I believe ni two-way traffic. Yeah, for it to work lazima nyote muongee. Vile Kahinga amesema kama ni boy alipiga wa kwanza, the next time inafaa ikuwe dem. Unless kuna emergency.
Yes. Yes, Emma.
Mimi relationship is a two-way traffic. Boy anafaa kuinitiate na dem pia. But pia unafaa kujua when your partner ako on low grounds. Tuseme sahi I'm dating, then my partner haezi pata hiyo credit ya kupiga because financially is low, and mimi niko sawa, mimi I'll do the calling. Yeah.
Data are very safe. Yes, scientist.
So Mimi, allow me to allude from science. Yes.
Okay.
Action and reaction are equal and opposite. So ni a two-way traffic.
Yes.
Like nafaa kucall na yeye nafaa kunicall juu. Nikicall most of the times nitakuwa bored, like nitaona ni kama na force issues. Similarly, akicall most of the times ataona kama ana force issues. But kama mimi si mse wa call, like naweza kwambia nitakuwa na kucall, but mimi si mse wa kucall. So kama yeye anataka hizo like thrice a day, unaweza nipigia asubuhi tuongee for 5 minutes. Nini sasa hiyo saa 7 tuongee for like 5 to 3 minutes hivyo. Alafu sasa jioni tuongee sasa in details.
Yeah.
Juu mimi bedhe ukinipigia tukishafika 30 minutes nakuwa switch off, nitaanza tu kusema
Yeah.
So like tujaribu ku accommodate each other.
Yes.
Unapenda calls, nitakupatia hizo 5 minutes alafu jioni tuongee for like 20 minutes.
Wow.
Na sasa mimi sipendi uallow I reduce that, sasa hizo 20 minutes 5 alafu jioni.
Wow. Yes. Hatujasahau story moja. Yes, from Kenya. What is your story? Yenye ilikusaidia either ili uplift ama
gari bana. Mimi naona hii session yote bana mimi nimenyamaza. Hakuna from you guys basi.
Huyu jamaa anatupanga
ulisema umekuwa in hardships, right? We want that of
maisha.
Hiyo moja hiyo.
Za masomo that is. But
this guy should be thrown away.
mimi nasema the reason actually mimi niko na nyamaza cause actually I'm getting to run cause actually most of your experiences zenye mko nazo like definitely for me we see enough. So like ndio umeona hiyo session yote actually if you did know like nimekuwa I'm like though even though mnakapitia hapa hivi sawa next time if I'm there I will take that route. So
you don't have a story.
I don't have a story.
You have never.
Nina mnajua nikiwa na story napiga kama sina.
Ai hata ya Raima bana ile.
Raima mtu akikwambia hivi nenda teacher huyu ameniambia.
Ndio kuelewa sina maana.
Kwani
nimeka
kwani ule mzee mwenye alikuwa na ugly class yenyu alikuwa na kaji kama kuwekelewa. But huwezi kosa, unajua kuna ile
unajua the whole story anaweza kuwa konayo but then ana protect message, unajua story iko live on Sunday. So we totally agree and we totally hiyo tunaweza ku protect na tutakucompare tutakupush kwa wall tuambie the story when you litendo, lakini anyway one day
data protection
ukisha heal we'll be ready to listen to it. So guys, Said, nataka tuongelee few things and then because we are almost coming to the end of this show and I want us to talk about what the components of a good effective communication you think can be, right? Yeah, like nikikwambia ati yenyewe unajua communicate in your relationship, uliniambia it was a 6.5, right?
Yeah.
What makes it that 6.5? What components ni very critical kwako? Alafu kitu kingine manze, mtu akishasema useme ati yangu ilikuwa hiyo. Kuja na ingine. Jumse kama scientist nikoshwa na washa na moja, tunaweza anza na wewe.
Na unanionea sana.
Sikumwonyesha. Nimenyang'anya msako hizo kuzile za like. Si ni point.
Before nianze, kuna kale kanaonekananga like kale ka chai moto. Like kila mtu anatakanga mwa Kenya, then kuna siji kuna kapicha kana kwanga hapo hivyo ka two ladies, mmoja anakunywa chai alafu mwingine ameangalia ndo asikie kama itakuwa moto. Like mnanitumia kama mimi ndo nawatestia.
Hayo ni uji bana.
So components, acha nianze kwa the message itself. Message kuna the channel. Okay, nitaelezea sasa, acha kwanza ni list down. Kuna the channel, then kuna nimesema message channel, kuna sender na recipient, alafu feedback. Hizo basic nimeziallude from communication ya form 2 business.
Yes.
Kulikuwa na such things.
Sijui ni kucut short kidogo. You feel like ni kama question imekuwa misunderstood kidogo. But kwa components I want us to talk about what the characteristics or the qualities of a good communication is. And I don't know kama bado your answer will still be the same.
Unajua na explain hiyo ni point 1. Hizo zote ni point 1.
Yeah. Sitakuharakisha tena.
So nimesema the message like okay, for us to communicate lazima nikuwe na communicate something. Maybe kuwe discontent. Like lazima nikuwe na hiyo discontent ndio nikuwe na communicate. Mimi I'm trying to appreciate something. So lazima nikuwe na hiyo impression. Ni try ku appreciate. Then kuna the channel. Hapa hivi ndo unapata kuna msee wa calls na kuna msee wa text. Mimi ni msee wa text. Na okay, mimi napenda ku text. but sasa kuna wale wasi wanapenda
unarusha ka text risky, unarusha simu naika airplane mode, unarudi baadaye kucheck
unaangalia. Alafu kuna ile ya I also prefer the physical one, like baada ya calls ni the physical, like tuongee ndo nione hadi venye una react. Kuna the sender like mimi tukiongea like utaona venye like I'm trying to articulate my feelings, like venye my facial expressions and whatever. Then kuna the recipient venye ataichukulia. Unajua unaweza kuwa unaongelea msee then like ni kama hata asikizi venye anaichukulia. Na kuna the feedback after nimekwambia story yote, ebu sasa nataka kusikia the feedback. Unajua like lazima kuwa na feedback by the kwa every relationship. Like unaweza nyamaza like you ask for some time ya kwenda like you go and ponder. Ni kama okay, hii inakuanga common question, will you be my girl? Nakwambia just give me some time, nitaenda think about so unaona. Then kuna hii nyingine after mme communicate, kuna kitu inaitwa active listening.
Yes.
Active listening. Kuna difference ya listening na hearing. So nitawapatia a rigid example. Mi penye nakaa kuna kwanga na space hapo hivyo kwa balcony kwenye the ladies wenye wanaoshanga huko wanaenanga kuweka vitu zao.
Kijana nakaa kwa
balcony.
Kuna balcony. So mi nikiwa hapo hivyo sometimes nikiwa kwa nyumba like napenda kusomea kwa nyumba juu sijaielewa mbona niende live nitumie notes zenye zangu tu like itakuwa tu quest nini. So nikisoma hapo hivyo unasikianga tu story, sijui bwanangu, sijui mtoto wangu, I hear. But sasa kuna ile listening yenye unajua sasa hiyo time na like naweza kuwa naandika notes ama nasoma something but bado nasikia vitu. Sasa ile listening ni yenye all my attention ni kwako. Like, naongea like unaongea na mimi sifanyi anything else, I'm listening to you. Na sasa niki listen like sasa unaweza actually ona venye na respond nini facial expression venye na behave. Kuna active listening. Hiyo ingine umesema
you can just pass it ndo wasiishiwe na points.
By the way
pass it to somebody.
Usishine sana bro.
Sipo kushine maze.
Unajua kuna ngoiri naona ananiangalia naenda kuguza yake. Before iguzwe. Acha tusikie ngoiri.
Yes.
My first point will be willingness. Willingness of both the one who has an issue and the one when you kuna issue na yeye. Like you're both willing like uongee nisikize alafu niongee nisikize, maybe to respond to what you've asked or respond to whatever we are talking about. So the willingness of both parties should be like top, because there is no way like when you force someone to a conversation it might not end the way you liked it, because maybe they're not ready to talk it out at that time, or maybe they're not willing to listen to you at that time. Maybe they need something else, maybe they go think about it and then from there they know how to act accordingly. But unakuja umembombard na maswali like unamshautia, you don't even give the other party time to like to respond or maybe to correct something that you've said wrong. So willingness of both parties should be like so vital. The next point I'd say is attentiveness. Yeah, you should be very keen on what I'm saying, because when you're not keen unaweza kosa kuelewa venye tulikuwa tumesema venye na communicate na my partner is not the same way I'll communicate to any other random guy out here. So nikisema kitu like you get it in another perspective. So you have to be really attentive to like note those points like zenye nasema juu naweza sema what example can I use? Nilikuwa busy. Nikiambia maybe my partner I was busy, maybe he'll understand it differently when nikiambia maybe a coursemate nilikuwa busy. Maybe tulikuwa na group work and I had a date with my partner. We had scheduled a date. So nikiambia my group mates I was busy, maybe they'll be like you are too busy for us, like ulijifanya uko busy, labda hata ulikuwa umelala. But when I tell my partner he knows what I participate in.
Yeah.
He knows I'm in clubs. He knows I told him my schedule, maybe my schedule for that date, for what we had scheduled, maybe for that date. Then yeye ataielewa na perspective ingine than nikieleza mtu mwingine. So you have to be really attentive, like vitu wewe peke yako ndo unaweza elewa. So you have to be really attentive ndo ujue nikisema niko busy, not that I was so busy to come meet you. I was busy doing something that maybe ingeni cost ningekuja tu immediately. Ama I was saving something that I couldn't do later. Those would be my 2 points.
Wow. Utapasia nani?
I'll go with Wekesa.
Wekesa.
He's too quiet.
That's my name. Okay, so naweza sema kuna kitu fulani tunaacha. Sikia Emma akisema ati mtu anakuongelesha asubuhi, mchana, usiku. Maybe huyo mtu, okay, your partner maybe ni mtu wa night shift. So I think availability is one of the point. Juu unafaa uelewe yeye ni mtu wa night shift na wewe unakuwa busy mchana. So mkikuwa na hiyo communication, muelewane ni time gani tutakuwa available all of us where we can have a good communication. Thank you.
Utapasia nani?
Kahinga.
Yes, Kahinga.
For the sake of avoiding being repetitive, tasema understanding. You should get into that communication ukiwa willing to understand your partner. And I will give you a story. I will be very brief. Story principle yetu alikuwa anatuambia. So iko hivi, there's this day familia wakiwa wamekaa chini wakasaviwa food. So there's a father there na watoto wake wamekaa hapo. And then wife akaleta food, ugali hata haijaiva, skuma imekanishwa tu hivyo. Sasa watoto wakikula walikuwa nakula tu wakicomplain, sasa hii food inakaa aje nini. And then sasa husband kakula chakula akiwa amenyamaza akismiling na akamaliza na akasema ongezewe na akakula na akasema thank you, the food was very good. Sasa wife alienda kulala, watoto wakamuuliza mbona umesema hivyo na hii chakula even by looking at it inakaa tu vibaya. Sasa ndio huyo husband akaambia watoto wake, just by looking at your mother I could tell that she had a very very bad day. Na the reason yeye alipika si ati nini, intention yake ilikuwa a feed familia yake at whatever cost. Hatujui nini ame experience kwa kazi yake, lakini yeye alikuja, alikuwa anataka familia yake walale wakiwa wameshiba. Kwa hivyo kushinda tukimwambia mambo mingi tungeharibu tu mood yake. Unaona? So silence in that particular case was the best solution. Unaona? I tend to look at that as a form of communication.
And it is very much wisdom. Because sure kianza uko najua si ndio? I know. Manze. Yes, so we can do Rukenya and then Emma and watu wawili wamebaki. Yes, Rukenya.
Well, from my end, I think I had mentioned this earlier. I would say maybe in this does not only apply to that specific ship. It applies to other ships in your life. I think one thing that guarantee your success in this life is where you can actually be able to articulate your mind with clarity. I think I mentioned that earlier. If you are trying to make me understand you, or if you are trying to pass message, just make sure the message you are passing to me is with clarity, like you are pretty sure this is what I want, this is what I. And actually when you get to apply that theorem in your life, it actually gets to open up so many doors in your life. Because actually when you're having a conversation with someone can be able actually to tell this kind of a person this what they really want in life. So the point I'm dwelling on is if at all you're having, or if at all you think, or if at all you tend to uphold the thought that you're actually having an effective communication, make sure the moment you're communicating with others, just do that with clarity. Don't beat around the bush, because actually some people don't have a lot of time to get to connect, to read in between the lines and to actually say, oh, he was saying this and this and this, so this is what he or she meant. Just go direct to the point. Correct.
Wow, interesting. Yes, Emma.
Mimi naweza sema communication ina bringingi a point ya comfortability and respect. Yeah. When you communicate to me, it shows me some there is some respect you give me. Yani there is some, because before ufanye kitu utakuwa umeulizia idea yangu, and before nifanye kitu nitakuwa nimekushow hivi na hivi na hivi, and then tutakuwa bring up in one mind. So hiyo inanionyeshanga as much as my partner ako busy ama doing something, he has some respect for me, and again he's comfortable on like telling me his things, and yeah, vitu kama hizo.
Wow, interesting. Anybody manya kana one point?
Yeah, I think there's something I want to add in terms of open-mindedness, because when you're in a relationship, you're two different people, and both parties are growing in their own way, maybe spiritually, physically, emotionally. So you should be like very open-minded when you're communicating to that person. They're subject to change. Maybe what they liked maybe some few days ago, they are not comfortable with it right now. So when approaching any relationship or for effective communication, both parties have to be very open-minded.
Very open-minded. Yes, scientist.
Oh, kuna ingine the non-verbal cues, like unaona venye Kahinga amepeana story about the husband and the wife, like kuna ile yenye wife alikuwa anaonyeshana she really had a bad day from the way, like unajua when you are close to a person, when you are intimate with that person, unaweza ambia mse na leo kaipoa, like something is really wrong. Unaweza nini, like mkicommunicate you get to learn that person. Unajua huyu mse akiwa na stress anakuanga hivi, akiwa na mood mbaya anakuanga hivi, when she's not happy anakuanga hivi. So kuna the non-verbal cue part.
Non-verbal ni kila kitu actually, including eye contact manze. Ukiniambia story alafu umeangalia chini, kuna wenye naweza kushuku na vitu zingine kama especially my ladies mnajua kutumia non-verbal cues kweli?
Non-verbal?
You do verbal?
I guess most of our communication is in non-verbal.
But kuna wenye wanajua kupretend.
I guess it's just boys.
Inakuwa tu inaenda all sides, right? Yes, so junaona mtaka kuwa serious sana, sitaki mkue serious sana. I want us to wrap this issue of the whole issue ya communication, because we can have this discussion from now until kesho na aitaisha, because communication is such a vital issue na ni kitu inasumbua kila msasi ndio. But I want us to wrap it up and talk about the strategies zenye tunaweza employ in our relationships zenye ziko 6.5 so that we can adjust them to 9, zenye ziko 7.5 from somebody, and then I had some 6, zenye strategies and to employ so that we work on the conflicts, like how can you solve a conflict by being a good communicator. I'm a good ni communicator, si ndio? Yes, na msiongea kizungu sana. Wenye nanilemea. Yes, so tell me those strategies, alafu that will be like our last issue before we part short, alafu tuishie until another time. So who's going first? Scientist alisema na muonea sana. Who's going first? Let's go with Emma first, and then ndo tuendelee.
Some like
strategies, how you can handle conflicts.
How you can handle conflict.
Yes.
For me, what I feel like is the best, muitane mkae chini. And tell me what you want. I tell you what I want. And tutoe zenye tuwezi na tuweke zenye tunaweza. I think that will work best. During those times you guys are having some snap, mnaweza kuwa na pillow talks.
Ni cuddling with snap.
Those cuddlings, you guys can talk during those cuddlings. Mimi nazitanga somehow pillow talks.
Pillow talks. Kisi siji kitu kama anyway, it's all Kenya.
Vipi lo najua no.
Pilo najua ni ya kiti. But hakuna big deal.
Bana pilo najua ni ya kiti. But maybe when you actually get to mention of strategies, I think whatever you have just said, which each and every other point
every one of us here has made. I think those are actually the very same
things,
point. So like I don't feel like if I can be able to like specifically pinpoint, because I actually tend to think from the word go what you are doing by maybe giving our experiences and maybe how they did turn out. If it did turn out to be a negative, why is it that it did turn out to be negative?
Now,
so actually you can be able to pick point from that.
No, najaribu kupa swali. So let us drift ama change the question and then ask you, what can you do kama uko you and your partner mko in a conflict? How can you resolve that? Seme akona anger issues, she's very angry at you, she's very mad at you, right? So how can you handle that? Juu ukianza hiyo utakuwa umetupatia one of the tips. Now let us handle that one.
Okay, I think now look at it from a broader spectrum of what you have just said. I think there are various ways of solving conflict, and maybe I will try to go maybe with the very common and the very easiest point. I normally get to use a mediator. A mediator or intermediate is a person where maybe where if I tend to feel I'm not understood, and maybe the other person on the other end also tends to feel they are not understood. So there is no way, if your emotions are here and mine are here, definitely we are not going to have a conversation. And at that given point, maybe what you can do is maybe just try to involve a third party, or maybe person who can maybe try to let you now have a conversation. You know what, we have heard you and you have given your point. You for now just step down. Let also get to hear the other side of the story, because there is nothing which normally cause or will add more conflict, where we normally call it the effect of one-sided story. Maybe if I'm only giving my side of story and I don't want to listen to the other person's sides of story, definitely at the end of the day we'll not be having any conversation. Maybe if the discussion and maybe the conflict have escalated so much, maybe we now try to involve that person, maybe where you can tell, you know what, this is what happened on my end, and maybe they give their end, this is what happened.
Wow, interesting. Titus.
Okay, one thing I can say is openness.
Openness.
Yes, as in that ability to be open, I'm free with your partner, because if I'm asked, I'd like the kind of partner that you'd walk back at home and ask that person, do you think I can trust these people? As in, give me your gut instincts. Should I do business with this kind of people? Someone that you can talk with bila kufichana mambo. Unaona, unaweza pata mtu ni watchman lakini bibi yake anafikiria anakuanga some sort of CEO pahali. Papa Shirandula.
Acha mchezo papa sasa.
Sini CEO kwa hiyo gate.
So unapata mtu kama huyo, there are a lot of things ata hide. Wajua kisha adanganyana mara moja. Inabidi tu umeongeza mauongo mingi. Unaona, to cover up for that. So me encourage openness.
So as you have encouraged openness, bado nitakurusha kwa hiyo msumari. What can you do mkiwa kwa in that heated time, you and your partner, utafanya nini? What will you solve for?
In a heated conversation?
Yeah.
And kuna kitu tuna disagree.
Argument, yeah, actually.
And hakuna mtu anataka kubali the side of the other person.
Yeah.
Hey, I think kwanza mnapiga ka break. Kila mtu kwanza anafikiria vizuri. And then of course ending the relationship is not si ati kabla ati mnaachana. Kwanza wewe lala kwanza, mimi tutaongea kesho asubuhi. We will do this conversation again.
That's a good one. Yes. And I love it for no reason.
You know, you might be disagreeing at that particular time juu kuna mtu akona anga at that particular time. Ama unajua these people are people of emotions.
Yes.
Unaona?
What people?
You people.
And at that time, na majority of their decisions, and they stand to be corrected, they are based on their current emotions. Unaona? Inaweza kuwa na disagree with you not because she's right, just because she doesn't want you to be correct.
Accuracy hiyo kweli.
Yeah, so probably ukimwacha muongee kesho asubuhi atakuwa calm down.
Wow.
Yeah.
An interesting one. Yes, about Ngoiri.
Yeah.
Able to malize na hapa.
I done the first question because
The
it's
first
kind of
question.
not getting it right.
Okay, the first question before we drifted it, ilikuwa nini the strategies on how we can handle conflicts, right? But then Kenya alikuja na a very good insight that most of the strategies ni zenye tumesema as one of the points zenye zina make an effective communication, right?
Yeah.
So then we come to come up na new question that what can you do ama how can you handle a situation yenye mko you and your partner mko na heated argument ama uko na anger issues umejam ama yamejam in a two way anyway. So how can you handle such a situation? That's what we are doing now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So that's very tricky. I listened to this podcast. I won't name it, but it was being advised. You like if you have a conflict with your babes or with your partner, you like both of you should take time and get to write down why you're angry or why you think you guys are conflicting.
Seriously?
Yeah. You sit down and write it down.
So
Then and in writing something down, it said that like you get to understand it better and the logic part of the brain awakens. Like you get it also means like you're understanding the situation better. So you like sit down, write it down exactly how you're feeling and why you think you guys are conflicting and what should be done. Maybe that the issue that you guys were handling. So in writing it down, it makes you understand better your situation, yourself, why you are angry or why you guys conflicted, and then from there you can you get to like even explain it better to your partner. Cause hata wewe mwenyewe umeielewa like nimeelewa kwa nini nilikuwa nimekasirika, kwa nini hatuko agree na wewe. So like when I'm coming to you, I'm not coming to you like with theories. I'm thinking. I'm coming to you with what I know and what is right. Okay, maybe exactly. With facts, with some logic. Yeah. So when handling a conflict, logic is very needed because kwa hiyo heat of the moment you can find yourself being violent, umeslap mtu yet you didn't intend to. So you like just first go away from each other because hata kuona huyo mtu unasikia kama unaweza tu brukia kwa shimo mkamate tu hivi ama nywele uvute. So you like sijatumia jina. So you guys take time. Lakini sikuwa tena extended. Juu tena itakuwa like what just happened. So like you just take maybe some few hours, 10, 12 hours,
some few months.
No. Few months. Few months and you're very alone. Like 10 hours or maybe a day. You like get to think of what made you angry. Those things. Your partner also gets to think about it. Then when you come to solve not the problem, it's even easier because unaeleza mtu from a point of understanding, from a point of logic. Pia yeye ali take time hapo like enyewe nilikuwa na ujinga ni nini hapo ya kunini. So you take time, write it down if you can because you get to contemplate easier and then now you can go and solve the issue. It will be so easy.
Niko sure wasenyi pia mjaribu. It's a new one. Kutoka alafu naenda naandika chini alafu nakuja na solutions and then tunapatana discuss. Look, so na nikali applicable. I'll try it someday. Nitatafuta argument alafu nitry. Yes. I did say something.
Oh, okay. Some of the strategies I would employ. Kuna accommodation. Unaona ile yenye like umeaccommodate mtu venye ako like if they want some time like jaribu kukua accommodative na if they are busy na wewe unapenda time mingi like hata wewe jaribu kukua accommodative and understanding like,
jaribu kuwa busy
like haiwezi kuwa ni wewe tu like lazima iende your way like jaribini ku accommodate each other
for sure.
Kuna ingine ya the taking responsibility. Once you make mistake na unajua kabisa ume make mistake, sijaiona logic ya kushinda ukidefend na unajua you in the wrong, rather than taking responsibility and apologizing in a way that shows that you are apologetic. Unajua sasa siniko sorry basi, hiyo inakaa very rude, but ukiambia mse I'm sorry in a way yenye anaona like you are sorry, like inakaa very respectful. Tena si ile ya kubembelezwa na wewe uambiangwe sorry, unaambiwa sorry asubuhi, jioni. Hiyo inakaa very childish. Kuna ingine empathetic, like mtu anaweza fanya something ikae very offensive kwako, but ukienda sasa ukirudi then ujirushe kwa viatu zake, like you wear the shoes, then like ujieke kwa hiyo position yenye alikuwa, unaweza jaribu kumunderstand, like unaweza ona yenyewe hata kama alikosea kitu inakaa justified. Okay, ni wrong but inakaa justified. Alafu sasa kuna hii ingine kama ninapotea man.
Unaweza pass tu alafu zikuje.
Kuna hii kuna time unaweza kuwa mna argue, then hata kama siwe uko wrong useme tu sorry, like you just need to end the argument, useme tu sorry. And especially mkiargue na a lady mwenye ako nini furious, like mwenye ako high temper. So unapatanga like mnaargue hata skizi points zako, like she is absolutely right, yeye like yeye ana makosa. So sometimes hata kama ni amekosa unamwambia basi I'm sorry, na hiyo kitu inaisha, like hiyo tu word sorry, hata utasikia hiyo argument tena hiyo tu.
So hiyo ni ya kuiba. Hiyo ni ya kuiba like inaka cheating of the game.
Yani Brian anamaanisha ati yeye ndiye amekosea alafu unamwambia I'm sorry.
Like let's say ni wewe umenikanyanga, but sasa kulingana na emotional intelligence yako unaweza accept ni uko na makosa. So juu mimi sitaki tushinde tukiwaste time na ni kitu kidogo tu nakwambia I'm sorry, na hiyo kitu inaisha.
Interesting.
Na sasa kuna ile ingine ya like kuwa open minded, like siwe utakuanga wrong kila time. Hata unajua kuna wale watu wamezoea ku make decisions, they are ever right. Like more experience such thing na my brother, like okay I'm the first born, so unapata sometimes na make decision I don't even consider his opinions. So sometimes na make wrong decision, na unajua decisions zenye una make zinamuaffect, like zina affect everyone, na hautaki kusikiza. So ni poa pia kukua like open minded, like sikiza hata decision yao msemo mwingine, usikuwe the absolute one.
For sure. Yes.
Ni mimi. Okay. Ni mimi. So I believe one of the ways ya kusolve conflict ni kujua the root cause of the conflict. Tunaongelea kuhusu communication. Tuseme Kainga amesema anataka ni once per week. Emma amesema ni kila siku 3 times, ndio? So
nimesema
at most. Okay. Sawa.
Tu can do.
Okay. So ukishajua root cause, utajua next time uta cause hiyo conflict kuje kuevolve. Itakuwa better way, in a way that utaweza kuisolve hiyo argument before hiyo kaa tena. Unajua partner wako hapendi ikifanyika. Yeah.
Wow, very interesting. So guys, we have come to the end of this podcast, but then before to end, I'll give you guys 30 seconds, some maximum 1 minute. Upeane your parting shot. Alafu after hapo we'll end the podcast and then we'll meet again another time. Sindio? Yes, imekuwa tu sana by the way. Imekuwa interesting. So niko sure kila mtu kuna kitu ya kusema. Acha tuweke so umekuja leta tu zianze hapa tuanze hapo. Yes.
Saka ni choma.
Choma tu. Yes.
So it's supposed to be more of a parting shot. Parting shot meaning no supposed, actually definitely supposed to be directly related to what we are
saying. Yeah,
I would say currently we are living in a midst of chaos. Currently we are living in a very, I would say maybe horrible times, where we have, I don't know how to put this, but at the end we will all agree with me, we are living in a situation where tunakani kama tunanyanyaswa, and I wouldn't like go specifically to details and saying this and this, but I would say we have reached to a time where you can actually speak out your mind. You can actually speak out your mind. For the longest time, you have been taught just be timid, where to layer everything will be okay. But I just say, just like Bill said, be a bad girl. And you get the corner of it. So we are reaching to a point where if unanyanyaswa and you tend to feel things are not right, just rise up and point out, you know what, this is not going well, yeah.
For sure. Yes.
My parting shot will be being open-minded, because everyone is subject to growth. Yes, everyone is subject to growth, and in growing, you grow intellectually, professionally, career-wise, I've said emotionally, right? Physically, like you grow in all aspects of life. So you should be be very open-minded and be very open to change, because without change, change is the only constant thing in life. Like without change, there is nothing. So there is always growth and change. Be very open-minded to it, and also accommodate people, because wewe ukigrow haimaanishi pia wengine wanabaki mahali walikuwa. They are still growing, so you're growing maybe together. And in terms of relationship, it's better you grow apart and later grow together than grow together. It's something that is so toxic and will change your life or your view of people and everything in your life. So it's better to grow apart, and then if it was meant to be, then maybe sometimes you'll grow together.
Wow.
Yeah.
Interesting. Yes, Titus.
I'm very excited to be part and parcel of this podcast, and to our viewers, I'd like to tell them like, share, comment, and of course subscribe. I'm the kind of person that likes listening to people's opinions, because the only way you can get a perspective is when you have other people's opinion, and then from those many opinions you get a standpoint. That's it.
Oh, scientist.
Hello guys, I'm Mr. Scientist, the solution. And my parting shots, learn and unlearn. Don't always stand with what you know and it is correct, and you can't learn any new thing. And also don't be the absolute one. Like usifikirie huwezi fanya makosa, like una stand mimi siwezi kuwa wrong, I'm always right, and such things. Alafu, as I conclude, don't take more than you can swallow.
It's the last part for me. Yes, Emma.
Hi guys.
Hello. Hi.
So mi naitwa Emma, but pale TikTok unaweza nipata na 011_Litesia. Na tuingiange huko tuchape ma story. I always go live, most probably every week. So kitu nye naweza sema, give people a chance in your life. For our single souls, like so many people, give people a chance in your life and you'll be good. And when the relationship imeanza kukua that toxic, yenye umeanza hadi mambo ya kupigana, then it's good to part ways kama mko in good pace, in good state. It's not good kuana.
Very interesting. Yes, Wekesa.
Hello. I am Wekesa the cyclist. Na lazima nitapeana example na cyclist. So I can say communication ni kama bike. For you to keep moving, you have to keep pedaling. Thank you.
Wow. So guys, we have come to the end of this show. We are coming to the end of this video. It has been an amazing time. Sister Manza, before niwaambie mazem, subscribe, like the video, and always remember we are shooting this video from the Showtime Cinema, Pumpkin House. Ukifika tu Nyeri uzie Pumpkin House utajua kwenye iko. And another thing that I have to tell you right now is that we are starting this show, not a show technically, but then it's just like a long series of conversations. And as we come to the end of this video, I have to remind you, I'm Pook21, but most people know me as Shelton. You can follow me on TikTok, Instagram, everywhere at IAM_Pook21. Of course, that's my name. And Facebook, bado ni millennium kidogo. Nakwanga Facebook bado Shelton Ombaisi. Follow me, be sure to check up, and always check on other contents, subscribe, and above all, always keep it locked. I'll see you in the next one. Nimekuwa na a very amazing audience. audience or visitors, whatever it is, but then imekuwa tu sana, and I hope next time mtashow up, sindio? Yes majamaa, imekuwa fiti sana, na usike kwa toxic relationship manze. Kama imekuwa mbaya, wewe tembeza huko nje, situko hapa nje tutakupokea. We are good people outside here. No, you're not that bad manze. Lakini imekuwa fiti sana, na venye wamesema learn how to communicate. Ikibidi chukua course juu at the end of the day sasa lazima tuje kuongea manze. That's it for today. I'll see you in the next video, guys. Yes.